Offering senses our gratitude to Guru and Gauranga. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashilakaya Chakshurum Tasmai Shri Namaha
Vishnudaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimati
Vedina
Saraswati
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, thanks for joining in time and chanting with us together the one round of Japa. Yes, whoever is not joining for one round of Japa before the class, you can join before 10 minutes and we will be having a Prabhupada audio and we will recite along with Prabhupada. Okay. In case if you are doing early morning, even that is better. In today's class, we'll even be learning about what are certain steps which we can follow to improvise our chanting. Okay. Hare Krishna. All glories to Bhagavad Gita as it is. Our disciplic succession, all the 32 acharyas, and are all spiritual masters. A quick recap of yesterday's chapter 5, Karma Sannyasa Yoga, where we are trying to perform all our actions in Krishna consciousness. Krishna says very clearly, you should not stop working, but work in devotional service, that is better. Okay, you should not give up your works. Either so many services which we can offer, like book distribution is there, taking care, prasadam distribution, and chanting along with our normal prescribed duties. There are different types of devotional service as we saw: hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna always. These young devotees engaging their time in reading Bhagavad Gita, preparing bow just like our acharyas have done, and enjoying kirtan, paying obeisances to spiritual masters, receiving prasadam with great honor, and paying respect for all the living entities, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The greatest peace formula is Bhoktaram Vignatavasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Sivridham Sarvabhutanam Nyatva Mam Shantim Richati. So what does it say? There are 3 points which will help us to have greatest peace. What is the first point? Krishna is a supreme enjoyer. Point number 2, Krishna is a supreme controller. And point number 3, Krishna is the best friend. So in case some difficulties are also there, it happens, right? Challenges come and go in life. At that time, we can always think about who is in control. Krishna is in control. So everything is going to be good and the best. And we have the best friend as our Krishna himself. So Krishna will help all his friends. When Krishna is our best friend, why to worry? Everything is gonna be okay. Yes. Welcoming you all for chapter 6, Aatma, Samyama Yoga, Dhyana Yoga are also called as Sankhya Yoga. Whoever is interested to read, please keep your hands raised. It will be given chance one by one. And before starting, there's a question. We always hear Karma Yoga, working Krishna consciousness, Sankhya Yoga, Dhyana Yoga. What is yoga? Is yoga stretching, bending our body? What do you think? Is this yoga which this particular kid is doing?
Oh.
Yeah. You see, certain people will do different stunts, and these are all the body exercises. Okay, physically they are working, and this is not recommended as any kind of yoga. Even in Ashtanga yoga, this is not there. Who has asked to insert the head inside the mud? Be there. This is their job to get some money, earn some money. They're doing it, but people will think, oh, this is yoga. No. See, there is easy technique also. People will say, you cannot get up, you cannot walk. It is okay. You sit on a chair and you do yoga. When you want to sit on a chair and do yoga, is that something recommended? What exactly is recommended, you know? Prabhupada says that also in Prabhupada's beautifully. Krishna has also told Arjuna, the different types of yoga systems. Ashtanga yoga is also there. But for that, you have to go to forest, means secluded place where there is no one, so that you will not get disturbed. Sit straight, even the chin, the nose, everything should be straight. You should not move around. Not for 5 minutes, not for 1 hour. Years together. You'll have to sit, concentrate. There are certain other steps, okay? Before sitting also, there are so many precautions. You'll have to sit on an elevated place. You'll have to place a kusha grass. Yeah, so many things which we have to take care. That also is assured. People after performing Ashtanga Yoga may not get back to Krishna, or it may take so many lifetimes, 1 life, 2 lives, 3 life, or 10 or 100, we don't know. Okay, but people say, even they're not performing, they just say, what? Sit on a chair, stretch your hands, raise up, raise down. That is warm-up exercise, right? Which you would have already done in school, right? Sitting exercise, standing exercise.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just to make some money, they will attract people. They say this is chair exercise. After hearing, oh, chair yoga, people will be like more interested. Yes, let me also join. And they will become the bakras. They become poor. You know? They'll pay so much of money for which is not called as yoga. And there's an exercise, you know, where goat will stand and they call it as goat yoga. They'll call the goats, they'll make it massage. Little funnier, but it is really happening. You stand in any corner of the place, like wherever a crowd is there, you'll get pamphlets everywhere getting distributed. They say, oh, you're looking so fat. Come for a yoga class. We will help you lose weight. We have the yoga which can help you to lose the weight. Or like if you want to sit and work, we have chair yoga. We have cat poses as well, desktop yoga, and you join our class and you become very successful. You think a person who is selling the pamphlet in the roadside, he himself has not become successful and he's assuring you, come to us, I'll make you more successful. We should always have the patience to think over, but many people are getting fooled. All these are just exercises, not yoga system. Pregnancy yoga also they have got. That is very different, okay? It is like garbha, some that is also there, okay? But it is that is not been taught. They all just take money. If someone comes to you and say, yes, come, please come, I'll make you more fair, you'll become more healthy and fit, that is not yoga system. Will you be interested to join any of this yoga system?
No, ma'am.
Ah, no, we don't like to join because now we are learning and we know what is real, and we accept only from the authorities what is real yoga system. Yeah, Krishna is always with us and never we are alone. Haribol, thanks for the point, Shri Kalyan. Hare Krishna. And what exactly means yoga? Yoga is the one system which will help us to connect to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If something we are doing and it is helping us to connect to Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is yoga. Simply, like people will say, you keep thinking something bad in mind, keep stretching your hand. Is that yoga system? We should always engage our mind in thinking of Krishna. That they don't say. And they take the word yoga everywhere. That is the most misused word. Every time we see, okay, they'll just post something and say, this is one type of yoga, new type of yoga I've got. That is not yoga. You should be careful what others are saying. There are different types of real yoga systems like Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and all. Hare Krishna Vida, please read.
The more one is attracted by sense objects, then more one becomes entangled in material existence. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Meda and Meera. You know, this is spider web. You see in the background, we can see the spider web. If at all you have noticed, whenever the spider web is there and any insect goes inside that, it gets trapped and it cannot escape. And it will be like struggling to come out. The more it struggles, it will get more trapped. Right? So now, whenever we are trying to get attached, attracted by sense objects also, it's like a web. It will trap us. It will entangle us. It is very difficult. And we will be learning how to get away from this web. Chant Hare Krishna mantra every day. Even if spider web is there, it will itself go away. That much powerful is our Hare Krishna mantra. And now Arjuna is going to ask very good question. You know, Arjuna was a great warrior, but still he says, Chanchalam Bhimana Krishna Pramati Balagadrudam Tasyaham Nigraham Manye Vayureva Sudushkritam Dushkaram. Hare Krishna, Sri Kalyan.
For the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. O Krishna, and to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind. Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. You know, understanding this mind is restless. You would have noticed sometimes you'll sit, okay, tomorrow is the exam, let me sit and read. At that time it thinks, oh, I have to go for exam. After exam, I'll go for a nice party. After exam, I'll have nice sleep. That time it will be thinking what to do after exam instead of preparing for the exam. Many times it will be like thinking, stopping, okay, in the exam or what may happen. It thinks it is restless, it cannot concentrate, it is difficult. Arjuna is saying this. Arjuna is the one who can control even the wind. You know how powerful Arjuna was? He was able to look in the image, reflection in the water, and point to the bird, exactly to the eye. If at all we ask someone to focus something and throw, even the basketball, not everyone will be able to throw. Think about the arrow. You would have seen it will not be on that point, center point. It is difficult for most of them. But Arjuna, without saying it directly, in the reflection of the water, he was able to hit on top. He was so perfectionate, right? And once there was a fight between Arjuna and Shiva, and he was able to defeat Shivji. Shiva was very impressed. If at all like something happens in normal life, like for all of us, if someone defeats, we'll be like, okay, congrats, but we'll not be happy. But Shiva is a great devotee of Krishna. He's a Parama Vaishnava. He knows Arjuna is also a devotee and he always worships Krishna. Okay, as he won, he honored Arjuna by giving a very powerful weapon. the bow. Arjuna, we can see here, is able to concentrate. He can do wondrous things. He has fought with many people, but now his mind is disturbed. He's just a representation for all our minds. We get disturbed. Arjuna is in Yoga Maya. It is just an act. Like when we act drama in our schools, colleges, and all, what happens? Even if a kid is good, you'll be acting as a bad villain in drama sometimes, right? Likewise, Arjuna is the topmost. He is a very, very dear friend of Krishna. He is an eternal associate of Krishna. He is now acting as if he is lost because Krishna is directing him and is taking all instructions from Krishna and is asking questions for us. So we should always think, as Arjuna is saying, is my mind a friend of mine or is it my enemy? Sometimes it is like requesting as a friend, you do this, this will be better. And sometimes as enemy, it will be like, why do you want to go chant? Don't do. It will be like acting like enemy. Then we should be very careful. What does friend and what does enemy do? When we are struggling, friend will come for help. When we have a happy time, it will help us. When we have to do something good works, it will definitely help us to become achieve success. But when it comes to enemy, they will not help us. And even our mind, even if you say, listen, in the class they have told we have to chant daily, and mind will be like saying, why you want to chant? You just attend the class for 18 days and forget. At that time you should be careful. You should take the control of the mind. That's what Krishna is going to say. Krishna has already told whatever difficulties we face to day life, it is spoken, the answer in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, we should never make our mind the enemy. It will never allow us to be successful. It will be waiting to pull us down. Okay, Bandhuratmana Atmanastasya Enatmaivatmana Jitaha Anantatmastu Shatrutve Vartetatmaiva Shatruva. Hare Krishna, Kelan.
For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his very mind will be the greatest enemy. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So, clue is here. In case we have our mind as a best friend, it will help us. Okay, now imagine your best friend is there and they want to take you to a beautiful place where is a new installation of deities, and you'll be like, yes, let's go. But in case you are inviting your enemy, come, let's go, you'll be like, why should I come with you? What is the use of coming with you? Who are you to ask me to come there? So many questions. So mind will act as an enemy when we are not in control of that. When it is taking away our control, it is an enemy. But when we take mind in our control, it is the best friend. Krishna is saying, for those who have conquered the mind is the best friend. Okay, we are all happy. If at all we fail to control the mind, we let it think whatever. If it is thinking something bad also, yeah, keep thinking. Cheating you want to do and you are thinking about cheating and you're not controlling, it is your enemy. Mind is our greatest enemy when we don't control this. Mind will help us to grow only when we make a friend with that. We should conquer the mind. Otherwise, it is our enemy. Hare Krishna Manaswini, please read.
As a lamp in a windless place does not favor, so the transactionalist was mind in controlled remains always steady in his meditation on the transcendent self. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you so much. So now when you see diya is been lit, a lamp is lit, it is glowing nicely. Okay. In case someone comes and blows slowly, it will have the shaking nature, right? It will have withering. But in other ways, when there is no air, it will continue to glow in the straight line for long time. In case our mind has to be in control. What should we do? We should always be thinking about the Krishna's form. Whoever is a transcendentalist, whoever has crossed all this now, whoever is completely engaged in Krishna's thoughts, whoever is in Krishna consciousness, for them, even if something comes and like they say, wait, this is going to happen tomorrow, this may not happen, they're like, relax, Krishna is supreme controller. They'll be like stable, they'll not get disturbed, they will not get agitated. Otherwise, we'll be like disturbed by single thoughts. We have to learn how to balance things. The more thrust we gain towards Krishna, more peaceful and transcendental platform we reach. We should remember again, what does Arjuna say? A wind which can uproot a tree, so far powerful. We would have heard about the typhoons, right? Tornadoes, which can lift all the trees up. Buildings also will fall at times. That strong wind Arjuna can control, and he's saying, I cannot control my mind. Then you can imagine, when Arjuna can't control, where are we to control? Please type in the questions in the chat box, Hare Krishna, or if you want to say something else as well. Okay. If it is very important, keep your hands raised. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yes, Sarah, please read.
I think it's more difficult than controlling the wind.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Who is saying this? Arjuna is saying this. Yes, Meda, please read.
How to get out of the monkey mind.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Now our mind is like monkey, and since fourth we are just calling it as monkey mind. What does monkey do? If it is sitting on one tree and it will be jumping from one branch to another branch, then it says, okay, there's a food there, it will keep jumping. Our mind is also like, yeah, when you get something in your hand and you are the like feeling, I'm the owner of it, like you have got maybe some amount as a pocket money, then you'll think, okay, using this pocket money, let me buy Bhagavad Gita. And in the some time, it will say, hey, Bhagavad Gita, I can ask my parents to gift me. I'll go and get some snacks to eat. And at that time, you think, oh, we have discussed in class, I can take something which can be offered to Krishna, then I'll take it as a prasadam and distribute. Then again, it will be like, oh, if I distribute, how much will I get? I'll not get everything. It keeps thinking and it keeps wavering every time. It's like jumping from one thought to another thought, right? So our mind sometimes, like as monkey thinks, okay, like let me eat 1 banana, 4 banana, 3 banana, 2 banana. It's just changing. To control the mind, there are different techniques for different yugas. Okay. Yes, what are the different techniques? For Satya Yoga, it was meditation. Yeah, like this, or like this. And for Tetra Yoga, fire sacrifice. And for Dwapara Yoga, the temple worship. Many kids will be like trying to do the temple worship symbol. It is little hard, challenging in the beginning, but as you practice now, this is all good. Everyone will learn. And for Kali Yuga, we all know what is the best thing. How can we control our mind, fixing Krishna consciousness every time?
Chanting the holy name of Lord.
Hare Krishna.
Chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, the holy names of the Lord. In this Yuga, you know, every time there is a fighting. Even for a silly reason, people will start to fight. Then what are we supposed to do? At that time, we have to realize, okay, this is Kali Yuga, it has got the influence on my mind also. And to control the mind, to guide the mind, to make my mind the friend, what should I do? Chant the holy name. You know, when people hear this, they ask so many questions. You are little devotee kids, you are like, you'll accept things because it's very merciful that you have got already the parents who are guiding you all. But some people will ask, why should I chant mantra? What is the meaning of it? Yes, Sri Kalyan, please read.
Man plus pra. Man equals to mind, pra equals to deliver. Man
Thank you.
plus tra equals to mind delivered.
Haribol, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. No, whenever we hear the word mantra, man means it is like manchit, man, that is referring to the mind. Tra means deliver, it is helping me to deliver the mind. What is the proof? There's so many evidences, okay? Recently also, just uh, 5 days back, there was a publication where they proved chanting of Hare Krishna mantra has helped people to recover faster than before. Okay, we'll share that link if possible in the WhatsApp group today. Okay, now there are so many others, like for several diseases it has been helpful. You can see all the newses from ISKCON news organization are helping us to understand why this is required. Some people will not accept. Now they'll say, why should I chant? What is the benefit of chanting? We show them, at least materially, if you chant you will be getting so many health benefits, you'll be healthy and fit. But in real, behind that, they'll be getting so much of advantages. What do we believe in? Where is that confidence coming for us? Because acharyas have told, and we have the scriptural references for that. Whatever is being spoken from acharyas is very, very authentic, right? Hare Krishna, Manaswini, please read.
In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Brihan Naradiya Purana, where it is stated for this Kali Yuga, if you have to deliver your mind, you have to get more and more involved in Krishna services. What am I supposed to do? Just chant the holy name, the Lord's name, and 3 times again it is like directing us. There's no other way, no other way, no other way at all. Chanting is Kirtaniya Sadahari. Hare Krishna, Keelan, please read.
After searching through all the Vedic literature, one cannot find a method of religion more sublime for this age than the chanting of Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Now there are so many Upanishads we would have heard. In Kali Santarna Upanishads, it is stated, you check all the scriptures, okay? What is the best thing to do in Kali Yuga? How can I get more and more conscious for Krishna service? How to deliver my mind? What is the best thing I should be doing in this Kali Yuga? Okay, it is said chanting of Hare Krishna. Kali Santarna Upanishad also says. Many people don't know this, and they'll be like asking, why you people will be simply chanting Hare Krishna every time? You'll be having beat back, you'll be chanting, you'll be like walking, you'll be doing kirtans and all. What is the use? Who has told you to do this? Next time you can say, Brihan Naradiya Upanishad has said, Kali Santana Upanishad has said, Brihan Naradiya Purana has said, and Kali Santana Upanishad has said, and we have more references to come on. In Srimad Bhagavatam, the Grantaraj, okay, it's told. Yes, Sri Kalyan, please read.
My dear king, although Kali Yuga is full of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. It is that simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to transcendental kingdom.
Thank you so much, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
In Srimad Bhagavatam also it is very clearly told, you'll have to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Okay? In case sometimes we feel, oh, I'm not good. Sometimes I've cheated in exams. Sometimes I have taken some money. But all those can be corrected when we are ready to correct. Accept Krishna's Supreme Personality of Godhead, surrender to Krishna and pray. All the good qualities will start developing. Okay? Many of us have got so many mistakes which we have done, right? All that can be corrected. And this will help us to achieve greatest things. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, Kalau Nasteva, Kalau Nasteva, Gatiranyata. There's no other way, there's no other way, there's no other way apart from chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Meera.
The easiest way to control the mind, as suggested by Lord Chaitanya, is chanting Hare Krishna, the great mantra for deliverance. In all humility, the method prescribed is Savai Maha Krishna.
Padara Vindayu.
One must engage one's mind fully in Krishna. Only then there remain no other engagements to agitate the mind.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So now we have heard there are so many shastras supporting, and they're told this is the best way, and even they're saying it is the easiest way. Anyone, anytime, anywhere can sit and chant, right? And that is going to help us to remain always engaged in Krishna consciousness. Sa by Mana Krishna Padara Vindayu. Okay. योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां समे युक्ता तमो मतः. Hare Krishna Sana.
And of all yogis, the one with great faith who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself and renders transcendental loving service to me. He is the most intimately united with me in yoga, and that is the highest of all. That is my opinion.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. No, Krishna is giving his opinion, and when Supreme Personality of Godhead is declaring who is the highest of all, Krishna before this speaks about so much of yoga system, how dhyana, dharana, pratyahara, samadhi, all those things he will speak. But he's saying all those are like, yeah, step by step it is there. If you want to try, you can try, but who is the highest of all? Who is serving Krishna in bhakti, the transcendental loving service? Those people are the highest. Those are the highest yogis. The bhakti yogis are the highest. Hare Krishna, Shri Kalyan, please read.
Yes, ma'am. Serving Krishna with purified senses is called Krishna consciousness. That is the way of bringing the senses under full control. What is more, that is the highest perfection of yoga practice.
Hare Krishna, thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.
So in case we have to get our senses into control, we want to achieve this, which is going to help. The greatest perfection of yoga system is to practice the Krishna consciousness that will purify the senses. When our senses are pure, they are in control. When our senses are impure, we cannot control, we cannot serve Krishna, we cannot achieve the transcendental love for Krishna. Yes, Krishna says the different types of yoga system. Karma yoga, Krishna has spoken. Jnana yoga, Krishna will again deliver us more information from chapter 13 onwards. Ashtanga yoga also Krishna has told. But on the top he's placing what? Bhakti yoga. Then kids will be like thinking, okay, I should first start with Karma yoga, then Jnana yoga, then Ashtanga yoga. No, it is not like that. You can directly take the Bhakti yoga. Anyone can take to Bhakti yoga. That is the Prabhupada's word, and even Krishna does the same in Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna, Kelam, please read.
All other yogas are progression towards the destination of Bhakti Yoga. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So, all other yoga systems are the routes, okay, the different routes you can take either of this Karma yoga, Jnana yoga, or Ashtanga yoga. But these routes are very long and it has got more of the thorns, stones, and it is not paying any way, direct way. And sometimes it may not reach to Krishna also. Roads are blockages, dead end, okay, at times. But when we take to Bhakti yoga, it is like you can enjoy the ride nicely and you will be still going back to the highest platform, the Krishna consciousness. Yes. Now let's look into few points how we can do chanting. Okay, you can please unmute yourself and check. Can we always chant the mantra beginning with Panchatattva mantra? Can we do that every time? Hare Krishna. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
We all will say the Panchatattva mantra together. Jai Shri Krishna.
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya
Chaitanya,
Jai
Prabhu
Shri
Prabhu
Krishna
Nityananda Shri
Nityananda
Advaita
Shri
Gadadhara
Advaita Gadadhara
Prasadi
Bhaktadi Gaura
Prasadi
Bhakta
Gaura Bhakta
Gaura
Vrinda.
Bhakta
Hare
Vrinda.
Krishna. Yes, now what happens? It's the first step. Whenever we are chanting, we are always trying to offer our obeisances to the Panchatattvas and decide who is Hare Krishna. Who is this wearing the yellow robes? You can unmute yourself.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, ma'am.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is our Krishna himself. He has come to show us how a person should surrender. In Gita, Krishna has told how you should approach, how to surrender. But that is theory part. He has not practically shown us. Few years back, he has come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and showed how to surrender also. It is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Now, who is this wearing the blue robe?
Balarama.
Balaram.
Balaraman.
Balaram has come as a associate, as a friend of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was like serving, not as a friend of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is the name of Balaram? Yes.
Nityananda.
Nityananda. Hare Krishna. And this is our Brahma in the form of Mas
Srivasadi.
Advaitacharya. Advaitacharya. First see Sri Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, then Sri Advaita, right? Advaita. This Brahmaji. Then Radharani and Sakhis are in Gadadhara. Who is this?
Vrinda.
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Vrinda.
Yeah, the
Srivasa.
yeah, Srivasadi. Srivasa Thakura as Narada Muni. Narada Muni has come as Srivasa. The Gaura Bhakta Vrinda means the Gaura means our other name for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, Bhakta Vrinda means devotees circle. Okay, devotees have got so much. So all the devotees of Mahaprabhu, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, including our acharyas, will be taken there. We'll be offering our obeisances. Done. Now we are starting chanting with the Panchatattva mantra. Next, should I chant audibly? Will everyone agree? I should chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, so that I can hear. Okay? It's not like I should disturb other people. It's just like you want to create some noise and you say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, something and all, and you're not pronouncing it properly. That is not recommended. We should always chant loudly as much as I can hear. Sometimes we think, okay, let me just chant inside my mind. No, without sound, no, please don't. Okay, chant so that you can hear the words clearly and pronounce each and every name distinctly. Means it should be like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You should be able to hear the word, pronounce the word clearly, and it should be very, very thoughtfully recited as well. Okay. And Hare Krishna, Shri Kalyan, please read.
Chant with respect, devotion, and concentration. Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So when we are chanting, we should always have that loving affection towards Krishna. Devotion should be there. At the same time, we should respect. Okay, he is the supreme personality of Godhead. He deserves all the respect in the world, and we should be engaging our mind, thinking about like here. whatever we are saying is proper, keep hearing, concentrating. If it is not happening in the beginning, what we can do is we can play the Prabhupada's audio in the background and we can follow how Prabhupada is saying. Okay, that will help us to concentrate more. We can chant. Yes, Hare Krishna. Manaswini, please unmute.
You can chant in any place, sitting or walking, facing any direction. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So sometimes people will be saying, oh Mataji, when I sit and chant now, I am dozing off, I am falling asleep. So Prabhupada has given us the easiest technique also. We can chant and walk at the same time, but it's not like you'll chant, you'll go to the some shopping places, you're just chanting and looking around, oh what is there, let me buy this, okay this is nice, next time I will come with my parents, I'll buy that. No. When you are in your house, you can clean a way where you can chant for yourself, like that path should be clear. Okay, and you can be confident there's nothing will stop your movement, and you can keep chanting. Keep chanting, keep hearing also. And there's no perfect direction that is meant or described. Prabhupada never spoke about Vastu Shastra, like he didn't tell, okay, you have to always face on east. No, you should face west. Nothing. Prabhupada didn't tell anything like that. You can sit and chant in any direction. Okay, you can face the wall also. Yes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Shri Kalyan.
Yes, ma'am. You can chant at any time. However, it is recommended to chant during the early hours, morning hours. Brahma Muhurta.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. So now there's a question. Can I chant after coming back from school? Yes. Can I chant before the sleeping hour, bedtime? Yes, you can definitely chant. But what is the best time? What is recommended? To chant in the early morning before sunrise. And people will be like, I don't even get up before sunrise. How will I chant? Make a practice. Now we have time to start. Okay, as early as possible, you'll have to start, before sunrise, at least one round you chant and you see there's a magical day waiting for you. Okay, some kids already are chanting 8 rounds, 16 rounds. We are definitely recommending the same as our acharyas have done. Please chant. Any time a day is okay. You can definitely chant. There's no barrier, there's no restriction and all. What is the best time? Before sunrise. Okay, at least one round before sunrise we should chant. And yes, Meera, please unmute.
You can chant either before or after taking bath. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So now there's a winter season happening in India and several other parts of the world. It will be always snow, and you'll be like thinking it's so cold. It takes time for me to boil the water, or I'm in a hostel. I cannot get hot water in the early morning and chant. What can I do? No, it is easy. Even before taking bath or after taking bath, we can sit and chant, walk and chant, right? So that is great mercy. Isn't that so easy for us? What else we want? Even before taking bath, Prabhupada has told, you can like just get up, wash your face so that you'll not even feel drowsy again. And mouth is clear to pronounce all the words clearly. Krishna is coming to our tongue. When we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It is told when we chant with full of love and affection, is dancing on our tongue. So at least can we clean our mouth and just chant? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Shri Kalya, please read.
It is recommended to chant by keeping count carefully on a Tulasi Mala having 108 beads. Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Other day we saw, right, how to chant. We'll be using the thumb finger and the middle finger to hold the bead. And few kids even demonstrated how they are chanting daily. This pointing finger will be away, will not touch. And that mala, how many beads it will be having? 108, 108 beads. Okay, and usually we prefer chanting on Tulsi Mala. Why? They'll be like, is that like we should chant only on Tulsi Mala? Can I not chant on something else? Can I chant on fingers? Can I just keep chanting? If at all you're chanting, sometimes we'll be like thinking, how many rounds over? I don't know. And sometimes we'll be chanting, okay, one, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Then after a few rounds, we'll be like confused. Is this 54 or 57? My concentration is going on the counting. But if you have Tulsi Mala, easy, chant one time on every beat and change. And every time we can have Japamala, right? Even if you have done 16 rounds of chanting in the early morning, you can chant extra rounds also. That is also permitted. Now let's check what we should not do. You're ready to hear what we should not do? Don'ts of chanting?
Yes.
Mataji.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there's a few steps which we will follow so that we can improvise our chanting. Like, yes, Hare Krishna. Meera, please read.
One should not chant only a portion of the Maha Mantra.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Now some devotees will be liking only Rama and they'll not be liking Krishna. They feel like Rama is very powerful. Rama is Sita's only wife, and they'll not start with Hare Krishna Mahamantra as recommended. They say Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare. No, we should not do. A portion of that mantra is not recommended. You know, Rama is a version of Krishna, is an avatar of Krishna, right? So always, if some people will not like Rama, he sent Sita to forest. So they will be like, they'll not chant Rama, they'll be chanting only the Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. And sometimes when chanting, what happens? Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare is there, right? They'll skip Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, something and all will come. So we should be very careful when we are chanting. Am I chanting correctly? We should always chant full mantra. Okay. Yes, Hare Krishna, Meda, please read.
One should not chant on the
Krishna beat. Hare Krishna. So now we saw the connecting point for the mala is Krishna bead. We are not going to chant the Mahamantra on Krishna bead. What are we going to chant on the Krishna bead?
Panchatattva mantra.
Panchatattva mantra.
Yes, we should definitely hold this Krishna bead for the Panchatattva mantra. We are not going to chant the Hare Krishna mantra on that. Hare Krishna, Sri Kalyan.
Yes, ma'am. One should not chant while reading a book or newspaper or watching TV, etc. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Sometimes we feel, okay, today I have not completed chanting. Let me do homework and I'll keep chanting on my left hand. Or let me see this cartoon. Afterwards, it is not going to come. I'll watch and chant. No. When we are chanting, we are not supposed to do any other activity except remembering Krishna, hearing the words, pronouncing it properly. Okay, that will help us. You know how many minutes it will take to chant? Just 10 minutes. Okay, maximum 15 minutes it can take. Out of 24 hours in a day, 15 minutes of chanting is easiest way, simplest way, the best way for Kali Yuga. Can we all chant at least one round every day?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hare Krishna. Now tomorrow also we'll be having chanting before the class. You can definitely start. Okay. Those who have not started, we request you all please start chanting. So we can join 10 minutes early before the class. 7:50 Indian Standard Time. India's time. We can always start. Okay. Yes, that completes the chapter 6 and the discussion on chanting. Let's now join our hands to thank the Acharyas.
Vancha कृतं पुण्यमेव च पठितानां पवनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
Srimad Bhagavad Gita Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki
पावनेभ्यो
जय।
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय।
जय।
हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्णा
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे
हरे
राम
राम हरे राम
हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे
हरे
हरे
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे हरे
हरे राम
हरे राम
राम
हरे राम
राम हरे हरे हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्ण हरे
हरे
कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण
कृष्ण
हरे 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 राम
हरे
राम
हरे
राम
हरे
राम
हरे हरे